Hi, everybody. I know it's a little bit early, but I thought I would jump on. I'm a little bit of a mess today. Look at the state of me today. My hair is a complete mess, no makeup. And look at my glasses. Can you look at my glasses? Can you see? My son accidentally sat on my glasses and they're broken. So, whoops. Oh, well. Hopefully, I'll be able to read all the comments okay. Good morning. If you are in England, I guess if you're in Australia, good evening. Good evening. Really excited. You know, it's the day that we start to talk about chakras. So we are just going to wait while the rest of our tribe come online. So while we're doing that, if you are comfortable in writing in the message box, then great. Please write all your messages in there. Look, if you don't feel comfortable at this stage doing that, don't worry about it. If you are watching this video as a replay, do make sure that you have the comments on because it is interactive and that is what we are here for. So we're just going to wait a few more moments. I was eager beaver, so I hit the live button a couple of minutes early. That's good. Let's see who is in the house today. We got Melanie. Melanie, oh my gosh, you are obsessed with Esther. I know. I told you, didn't I? I absolutely told you. There is so much stuff about the law of attraction out there. But if you can dedicate some time every day to listening to some of their stuff, it is incredible. Literally, I could be, vibrating quite low and then listen to their work, which it is work, because Esther and Jerry were, I believe, put on this planet, and that was their work to bring the message of the divine, if you like, the collective through. So absolutely, I'm obsessed too. Vera, good morning. Good morning. Kathleen is in. Kirsty's in. Good morning. Daniela, hello. Sharon, hello. Gillian, Tracy, good morning. Alison, good morning. Cherie, do you say Cherie or Cherry? Cherie, I think it's Cherie. We are all in for a fabulous day. Good, good. I have had a crazy day today. Like I say, it's 8 o'clock at night. Massive big day for Gem Auras because we are planning all the shows for Gem's TV. So yeah, it's been crazy. It's been absolute crazy. I've just been looking at my TV schedule for the next 4 weeks. Whoa! I hope you don't get sick of seeing me. I'm going to be on the screens quite a lot with Gems. It's just such a shame I can't be there in person because really I should be there right now. Karen has come online. Good morning. Good morning. So the last 2 days, if you weren't with us, don't forget to watch the videos from day 1, day 2. And again, if you are watching this on a rerun, remember to watch the videos if you can for the days before. Don't worry if you can't. Really doesn't matter. But certainly though, when we get into the chakras, because we are going to be working through the 7 main chakras. I don't know how many days we'll spend on each. I think we're just going to have to play that by energies. I do know for a fact that we will be spending the most time on the root chakra for a number of reasons. Number one, of course, it is the building block. It is the building block, and I believe that's the area where most people will need some help with. Sacral will come next. We'll go through all this in a minute. The solar plexus, I think we'll work on that quite extensively too. And the heart chakra, absolutely, the heart chakra. When we start to get to the higher chakras, maybe we'll spend, 2 days, 3 days, absolutely tops. But again, we'll see how we go. We'll see how everyone is feeling and what you guys need from it. So day 1, we spoke about the law of attraction, that we are the creators of our own reality. And again, if you can, like Melanie said before, jump onto some of those YouTube videos. I mean, there's thousands of them, absolutely thousands of them. Let me know. Sarah, good morning. Deanne, good morning. It's Sherry. I said it right the first time, didn't I? I said it right the first time. It's like my name's Janie and I get Jamie. You know, when you go to Starbucks and they just want to write your name on a cup. And what's your name? Janie. Jamie? Yeah, that will do. I'm not precious like that. I don't care. Call me what you want as long as you make me a decent cup of coffee. It's a bit like that. I miss Costa coffee a little bit. I have to say, I didn't like it at first, Costa coffee. I've always been a bit of a coffee snob, you know, living in Australia where we are coffee nation. We are the coffee nation. Good morning, tribe. Helen is in the house. Oh, we are ready to go. We are ready to go. Before we start today, though, of course, we are going to start with our tribe prayer. So if you are brand new and you haven't watched us or joined us, should I say, rather, the last 2 days, what I really like to do is to clear the space, clear the energy. First of all, I've used sage. I have saged our space today. I don't know whether you can hear it. It's very quiet, but I have got some 5 to 8 megahertz healing music in the background. Even if you can't heal it, I can feel the vibration, and I'm going to pass that on to you guys as well. So just to let you know, that's playing in the background. I am surrounded by gemstones. I got my celestite here. I have got my beautiful angel feather, which I asked for the universe to give me, and it delivered yesterday. Let's just see if anyone is intuitive today. Let's have a little game. In my right hand, I have a gemstone. Can anyone tell me what this gemstone is? Let's have a look in the comments. I have a gemstone in my right hand. Let's see if anyone can tune in. What gemstone's in my right hand? Gillian is obsessed with coffee too, yeah. I can't have too many though. And I can't have it after 3. I'll be awake all night. I got my cup of tea. My English cup of tea. Ooh, okay, not yet. By the way, it's not root chakra because we were going to start root chakra. I thought, hang on a minute, we're jumping ahead here. I'm a bit like Melbourne Cup Day. We had Melbourne Cup Day here when they race. Yeah, without any spectators, of course. Ooh, no. Black tourmaline, amethyst, angelite, labradorite. Ooh, keep going. No, it's not a root chakra gemstone. Because I think that's what you're thinking, aren't you? Going, oh, okay, what gemstones correlate to the root chakra? And I think that's where you guys, you've just lit yours. Cool. No. I do have clear quartz over here. Oh, look, I got loads. I got loads on my desk. I'm going to put out your misery. Okay, you ready? Tiger's eye. Anyone say tiger's eye? We should have had a little competition, shouldn't we? Oh, well, never mind. Tiger's eye for strength, tiger's eye for courage, because I know starting things like this, it takes a lot of courage, you know, especially if you've never worked with your chakras before. It's kind of like, what on earth am I letting myself into? So I thought, well, if I bring some tiger's eye into our group today, and I can share that energy. Okay. All righty. I think we'll get crack-a-lacking. Yeah. Cherie, looks like our intuition needs some work. Should I extinguish the candle? You don't have to. You don't have to, Melanie. Because which one is it? Is it last year's or this year's? It doesn't matter. You can keep it burning. What you will need, though, for tomorrow, of course, is a pen and paper and anything red. If you can wear something red tomorrow, that'd be good too. We're really going to get into the root chakra tomorrow. Okay, let's get cracking. All right, so We're going to start with our opening prayer. So all I want you to do is to just close your eyes for a moment. You don't need to see me, which is probably a good thing because I'm a red hot mess today. No makeup, hair's a mess, but I don't care. Okay, close your eyes for me. And I want to do something that I did yesterday, which I took from a therapy session, and I think it's great. I want you to think about whatever's in your mind right now that is relating to the past, yeah? And I want you to imagine in your mind's eye all these little compartments, all these little boxes, and I want you to just sweep up and put any thoughts that you've got right now that are relating to anything that's happened in the past. I want you to open those little boxes and just tidy it away. Let's just clear the mind. Just take a moment to do that. Anything that relates to the past that is in your brain right now, in your mind, let's pop them in those boxes. Just meant to say you can't access that box again. Let's just right here, right now, let's just put everything relating to the past in those little boxes. And we take a breath. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Now, what I'd like you to do now, anything that is in your mind that's causing a little bit of anxiety about what's happening in the future, you know, what you've got to do today maybe, or what's happening next week, or anything relating to the future, the same thing. I want you to imagine that you have these little boxes. You're going to open the lid and you're going to compartmentalize all those thoughts. So just pack them away. Again, doesn't mean to say we can't visit them later, but just right now. Let's take a moment. And then we're going to take a big deep breath in. So breathe in. And then just breathe out, let it go. So right now, we should be here in this space right now together, all together as a harmony tribe. Just wanting to open your hearts to each other. And I'm just going to read our harmony prayer before we get started. We now invite our guardian angels, our spirit guides, our ascended masters to come and connect with us now. Assist us to raise our vibrations as we connect together to bring about healing for ourselves and for those that we are joined together with in this loving tribe today. Archangel Michael, we ask that you stay present with us, take from us all that no longer serves, and help us to open our hearts to receive this guided love that flows through you and through each of us. And may we carry that throughout the day and spread this love with all. Thank you. I don't know why I can't say the word flow. I keep saying fro. It's a sign, I don't know. Okay, let's get cracking. Can you tell me who has worked with their chakras before? I just want to have a quick heads up. Who has actually worked on their chakras before, yay or nay? And also in the same message, can you let me know, are you part of our VIP chakra Facebook group? No. Okay, couple of no's. Yep. Okay, just quick yes and no. Just so that I know where, okay. Oh, okay, a little good. Yes. I know, Melanie, you have. I know Janet has. Okay, awesome. Okay, so quite a few people. Okay, got it. All right, mixed. But it really doesn't matter. And that's the thing, you know, with chakras as well. Once you do it once, people think, oh, I've done it once and I don't have to do it again. You know, your chakras change. And this is what I learned when I became a crystal therapist, is that, of course, your chakras can be open 1 minute, something can happen, and that they could be closed the next minute. They could be too energetic the next minute. So, you know, it's a daily change. It's a fluctuation, and we need to really tap in and work with them continually. Yes, you've been with us since the start. Yep, I know. Yep, brilliant. Okay. So we have got a mixed group. That's cool. So what are chakras? Well, when we first came on a few days ago, we were talking about energy. And I wanted to read this to you from Albert Jens Gorgi. And he says, in every culture, in every medical tradition, and I love this medical tradition before ours, healing was accomplished by moving energy. Now, he was a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and I really want to pay attention to that word medical. And this is the thing, of course, whatever we say in these groups, we're not trying to replace any traditional medicine, of course, but what we're saying is, chakras do have, they do account for a lot that happens physically too. So just know that. When we're talking about energy as well, we have to realize, like we said the other day, that even though we're in our physical body, that the majority of us is actually of an energetic nature. So it kind of makes sense, doesn't it, when you think about it, that, if we've got energy that's blocked in certain areas of our body, it could cause a little bit of havoc and a little bit of mayhem. What does chakra mean? Well, chakra actually is Sanskrit language, and it means disc, it means wheel, it means a spinning energy. It means, well, imagine this, and this is how I got my brain around it. Imagine, those fans, it's really gets really hot in England, and everyone's running out to, is it B&Q over there? We're all buying, those fans to cool down. Imagine the fan is spinning around. And that's what we want. We want our chakras to be spinning, but not too fast. Because if you imagine if they're going too fast, then when we could be out of control, it's very much the same thing. If they're going too slow, it could create stagnant. And it is very much similar, like stagnant air and too much, and it just blows your mind. So that's what I want you to understand about chakras. It's all about having a balance. It's all about having your energies flowing in the right way. And we want all of our chakras to be open, first of all. Some of us actually have our chakras closed for one reason or another. I mean, the heart chakra is one of the chakras, I would say most people, not most people, but when people have trauma in their lives, I'm talking heartbreak trauma, tend to close their heart off. You've probably heard people say that, I'm closed off to love right now. I'm closed off. They're literally talking about your heart chakra. So we want to make sure that they're open. We want to make sure that these energy centers, so just think of it like that. It is an energy center that they all connect together. And we want to make sure that we're creating that flow. I love this by Indigo Williams. She says one of the best things you can do for yourself is to become acutely aware of your energy, how it flows, and how to manage it. And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at. So we need to be able to manage our energy flow. We need to know, well, are we blocked in the first place? We need to know what we can do on a daily basis to work with our chakras. And then we want to plan that we can keep going continually with it. When we do these sort of programs, we tend to concentrate. What we did do with the VIP Club was to work on each chakra for a whole week, quite extensively. And then after that time, maybe, you want to do just a daily meditation that's just like a 10-minute quick tune-up. It's kind of like, when you take your car for a service and the very first service that, when you haven't had your car serviced in a long time, and that's like a major service. It's kind of like that. And then the next few services, it's just not so bad. It's kind of like an oil filter change, or, your water bottle just filling up. It's that kind of thing. So we're going to really get into it nice and deep if we can. And then in the future, we can just do mini programs as we go. So chakras then vibrate at certain levels. So chakras actually work with vibration of a multitude of things. What do I mean by that? So color. That's why the colors are specific to a chakra. So Red, for example, relates to the root chakra. Now, red as a color spectrum from the rainbow has a different frequency. So the color red will vibrate at the same vibratory level as the root chakra. That's why when I create candles for the root chakra specifically, it's always going to be red. So that's one way that we can really work on our chakras is to make sure that we vibrate with color. So if you haven't got Gemora's chakra candles, it really doesn't matter. If you've got something red, if you've got like a red, what do you call it, votive, grab one of those, grab a tea light, happy days. So that's one way, color. Another way is by using aromatherapy oil. Now, this is really, really important because chakras are interwoven with our endocrine system, and our endocrine system works with aromatherapy. That's how aromatherapy works. So when we go to have an aromatherapy treatment, different oils will have a resonance as well, and they will relate to different glands of the body, and the chakras are heavily interwoven. Red is your favorite color. Good morning, Charlotte. Happy and healthy. Yes, we are. And we're going to become even happier and even healthier. Good morning. Good morning. You've got the oils and diffusers. Brilliant. Glad you're here too, Regina. So that's another way that the oils, we've got color, and then we've got sound frequency, which is why when we have our VIP club, and I'm forever putting, when we're doing our programs, meditations that have a certain vibration as well. There are certain mantras that we would say that will resonate with each of the chakras. There are also hand mudras that resonate with every single chakra. So you'll find that as we progress through the days as well, I'll show you which is the mudra to use. And all that means it's a hand sign. As you're doing your meditations, you might want to do that as well. So the seed mantras, you might not have ever heard of any before other than Om. I would say 90% of the population, 99% use the word Om. They know what Om means. Even my kids, but they're taking the mickey out of me, but that's okay. I don't care because they're saying Om. You know, they'd sit in like a lotus position and go, Mom, Om, which I think is kind of cute. So those are what we call seed mantras. So each of the chakras will have a mantra as well, and we'll be working on those too. So what I thought we'd do today is just briefly go over every one of the 7 chakras that we're going to work on. And then we are going to dive deep tomorrow into the root chakra. So tomorrow, make sure you do bring your pen and paper and your red candle. And if you do have those oils, bring the oils as well, because you will be putting those on your pulse points as well. So the first one is the root chakra. Now, this is located at the base of our spine. It is the red chakra, so it resonates with the color red. And the Sanskrit word is Muladhara. It really doesn't matter if you don't learn the Sanskrit words. I don't care. We shouldn't be hung up on that. If you do learn them, I think it's great. And the reason why I feel it's great is because I feel that resonance with the chakras. I actually feel the resonance when you actually say the name Muladhara. I can actually feel the deep tones of the root chakra. But again, don't be caught up on that. It has a symbol, and the symbol is a 4-leaf lotus flower. So again, don't worry about that, but it's always nice to know what the symbols are so that in your mind's eye, when we're meditating, and I will probably do a meditation with you, for you, visualizing that 4-petal lotus flower. So again, don't worry about them. Just make sure tomorrow we'll write all these down. It has an element as well, earth, wind, fire, water, the ether. This one is connected to the earth, and it's no surprise, is it really, when we talk about root chakra and being rooted, where do the roots of a tree go? Well, they're going to go into the earth, aren't they? So it makes sense. So it's located at the base of the spine. It's called the Muladhara. It resonates with the color red. What is it responsible for? It is responsible for everything that relates to our survival instincts. And this makes sense because if you were with me yesterday, we spoke about when we were a baby, all the way up to about the age of 5, we only have our subconscious mind, and the conscious hasn't even come into play yet. So we're actually fully reliant on our caregivers, our parents, around us, our teachers. So we have to rely on someone else for our survival. We can't go out and make money and pay for our food. It's all about survival and having our needs met. So if we've had trauma when we were younger, it kind of makes sense that maybe we'll have issues with our reach, which has a massive big knock-on effect to lots of areas in our lives, abundance areas, never feeling that we have enough. And even though the heart chakra is also where the inner child sits, it's firmly rooted in the root chakra as well. And that's something actually quite new that I've just learned to do. I do a lot of inner child work as well with my therapy sessions. So the root chakra, what I will be doing when we start is to send you to a meditation for the inner child as well. And, for many years I'd say, oh, my inner child's fine. I had a fantastic childhood. Yeah, but, there are things there that we do bury. And I think, and it's not a case of, reliving everything. It's not going to be anything like that at all, but it's just healing our inner child so that we can move forwards too. Hi, good morning. Hello. You had a blood test today. Oh, okay. So you truly are taking one for the team and doing the red. Your inner child needs work. Yeah. No, joking aside, Claire, make sure that you are not feeling too woozy. Yeah, orange juice is a good idea. So the root chakra then, the most important one. And again, that's why we probably will spend a lot more time. So it's all about our instincts. It's all about survival. And it is literally blocked by fear. So all the chakras have something that can open them and something that can close them as well. And that's what we'll be talking about. So as we take one at a time, we will be talking about what blocks them, how we can get past them. And if anyone's game as well, there are some yoga positions that I will share with you. I probably won't be doing them personally right here in the studio. I probably could, but I'll have to move things around. I'll probably post them onto our Facebook. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, there is a link in the video down below when I post this, and we'll do that too. Affirmations, of course, is a big part of chakras. But like we said yesterday, we're going to make sure that we are coming from a place where they resonate with us. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure that you watch yesterday's video on the reruns. So that's the root chakra. We're talking about survival. We're talking about having our needs met. And it is the most important one in the sense of it's our building blocks before we start moving on to the others. Fear is a big issue. Yeah, I'm going to say that is a lot for most people too. And fear represents itself in different ways. Not one person's fear doesn't resonate with someone else. We've all got our own fears. And I'd say a lot of it does come through from our childhood. But again, this is the thing. We will get into the root chakra and we'll be discussing that a lot more. But just know that we're all safe, we're all protected when we come in these groups. And it's not a case of reliving stuff. It's a case of moving ourselves through that. Because ultimately, what do we want? We want to be on that high-flying disc, like we said yesterday, we want to be vibrating so high and having that energy flow through us. And that's why we're working on our chakras. So it is a one-step phase. If you are someone that is such an enlightened being, would you probably need to work on the chakras? No, your chakras are probably blown anyway, and you're straight the way through your crown. Most of us aren't. So yes, is the direct route? Absolutely, yes, there is. But I like to have a step process. I like to go through each one. I find it a beautiful process to do as well. Moving on to the next one, this is the sacral chakra. This is represented by the color orange, and in Sanskrit, it's called Savistana. And this is represented by a 6-petal lotus flower. The element is water, and it's no surprise that it's water, because can you guess what this chakra is responsible for as well? Anyone guess? With the hint word water, what do you think that one of the main functions, as it were, for the sacral chakra? See if anyone knows. So the hint is water. No one? Everyone's gone quiet. It's like when you're at school and the teacher's like, right, give me the answer. And everyone's like, nope, no chance. Okay, I'll put you out of misery. Emotions, it's our emotional center. It's also our sexuality center. And another big one for me that, I struggled with in that regard too. And again, we'll dive deeper into that. So it's all about our feelings. So it's the feeling state. It's our feeling center. Which is governed by the element water. Of course, it's got its own mudra, its hand mudra. It's got its own mantra. And where is it located? Well, it's located below the belly button, above the root chakra. So in our reproductive area. All of them are aligned, by the way, in our spinal column. What I'll do, I'll put some images on my Facebook page. So please, if you're not on our Facebook page, do join Gem Aura's Facebook page. But also there is a private group. You do have to knock on the door to get in. So just send us a request. It is called, is it Chakra Healing by Gem Auras? Yeah, emotions. You got it. What's Charlotte saying? Short hair, pink top. Oh, you're adding each other on Facebook. Oh, I love that. Good. I love that. And this is what's so good too about that VIP club, is that everyone's on there, can ask questions too. And some of the guys on there are trained Reiki healers as well. So, you've got you're in safe hands. All right. What is this blocked by? So our sacral chakra is blocked by guilt. And to me, this makes complete sense, because this chakra develops between the ages of 7 and 14. And I think that's well, for me, I know that's the sort of age group where it's like, oh, I've done something wrong. I feel really guilty. And, we haven't got an ability to vocalize, because our throat chakras haven't even developed by that stage. So carrying a lot of guilt in that chakra, and also pleasure, not allowing yourself to feel pleasure. Not just talking sexual pleasure, but any pleasure. So having blocks in that area is really not healthy, because, we're not allowing ourselves to feel pleasure. It's also the creativity center, which is fantastic too. So I never did this before in our chakra groups, but when we work on that chakra this time, I'm going to get everyone to do a little bit of coloring in. Wouldn't that be good? Oh, I've just had an idea as well. I must write that down. I'm going to develop a product that you're going to love. This will be a tough one. Yeah, look, and I think that's the thing with all the chakras. It's like some you'll just think, yeah, breeze, easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Some of them are like, whew, yeah, it might take a little bit longer than those 3-4 days to get those chakras opening and moving properly. But don't worry, just keep repeat. The VIP club, I'm just going to jump onto Facebook and I'll grab that for you. So I think if you, can you do a search on Facebook for, it's Chakra, Healing Angels, Spiritual Wellbeing by Gem Auras. But you'll see, if you just type in chakra in the search, it will come up and you'll see an image of, it's like a dark image and you'll see all the little chakra lights all the way up. And it's a private group. So just hit the request button and we'll add you in there. So that's the sacral, which we'll probably get onto in about 3 days or so. Now, the next one, oh my gosh, I think this is a big one for a lot of people, especially with what's going on in the world right now, you know, with COVID and everything. Solar plexus, you know, your self-power, like feeling, you know, a little bit worthless. We need to gain some strength on this one. And again, this one tends to be really closely connected to the heart chakra. Usually what you'll find is if your heart chakra is overcompensating for your solar plexus, or vice versa. But again, we'll get onto that. So this one is called the solar plexus, and it is literally located in your solar plexus area. Okay. Color yellow. So it resonates with the color yellow. It is symbolic by lotus petals, which have 10. So as you can see, we're moving from 4 up now to 10. So we're starting to really start to bloom here. The Sanskrit name is Manipura. And the element, let's see if anyone knows what the element that is associated to this chakra. See if anyone knows. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Yeah, you know, Melanie, this is the thing, you know, and you know, sexually as well. I mean, that's, you know, when you're in relationships and you don't feel comfortable to do that, or you might be, you know, over promiscuous. It's all to do with that chakra, and that's where all that sort of stuff sits. So, yeah, fire, exactly right. Yeah, fire. And again, it makes sense, you know, personal power, having that fire. And that's why today I wanted to bring that tiger's eye, because that's what it's all about. It's all about courage and your own self-worth. And it makes sense. It makes sense. And of course, you know, gemstones, each one will resonate to gemstones. I can't believe I didn't even mention gemstones at the beginning. Can you believe that? It's like forgetting your first name. It's crazy. This one develops between the ages of 14 and 21. And that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? You know, going through puberty, like my son, I mentioned him last night, if you remember, you know, when they change and they go from this, you know, they're not a child anymore and they're not really an adult, you're kind of like, you know, and what do they call them? In-betweenies is what they call them over here. You know, that they're not a kid anymore, but they're not a grown-up. They're in-betweenies. And that self-power, that self-worth, that, you know, trying to make your own mark and where you sit, it makes sense. It makes sense that it does develop at those ages, so 14 to 21. So as you can see, as we start to get older, we're now coming from those base chakras, which are all, you know, rooted to the earth, and they're all on the physical plane. So these are more physical chakras. So that's why when we had the reed diffusers, that's why I separated them into the 3. So I had the what we call lower chakras, and they're the ones that are more physical based. Then we get to the bridge, which is the heart. And then once we cross that bridge, woo, up we go. We're into the throat, the third eye, and then of course the crown, which is where we want to be, you know, operating from. Yeah, you know, again, this is the thing, and what you'll find, Charlotte, is that ages of 6, when we're working with our root all the way through to the solar plexus, all those years are all about the more physical chakras. And if those needs weren't met at that age, no wonder when it gets to our heart, we're kind of screwed a little bit. It kind of makes sense. If you are brand new, just give me a yay or nay. Is it kind of making sense? I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can because I know a lot of people are new. We're just moving energies. We are just making sure that any blocked energies, and look, we could be holding blocked energy for years. We could be holding blocked energy for years. We're not even realizing, and we keep attracting the same crap into our lives in the same situations. And again, like we spoke about yesterday, it's all about vibrating at the right level. How do we vibrate at the right level? By making sure that we take control of our chakras, and we're making sure that they are open and they're flowing on a daily basis. Good. Because I'm trying to keep it nice and easy as we go through it. Because, if anything's too hard, people go, I forget it, forget it. Let's just, I'm just going to grab my other notes for you to make sure that I am not going to miss any of this out. While I'm doing that, did you find the group? Let me know if you found the group. Yeah, just rewatch. That's the thing, these are recorded, and I will be putting them on my channel. So you just keep watching over and over and over again. All right, the heart chakra develops between the ages of 21 and 28. And again, it makes sense. It makes sense that it develops when we've probably experienced our first love, our first true love, and maybe our heart's broken. We start to understand having compassion for ourselves and maybe others. That's when we start to, realize, as a kid, it's not all about you. And, there are other people in the world, and we have to, start to develop compassion. And that's the age that it happens. So this is the, what I call the bridge chakra. So it bridges across from the lower chakras, the more body chakras, into the higher ones. This is called the anahata, and its symbol is a 12-petal lotus flower. Of course, it's located in the area of the heart, and the element is air. So now we're starting to work into the element of air. This is all about being in harmony with self. Again, emotional self as well. This is where the inner child can also be found, and we can nurture him or her right there. Again, when we get there, I will share with you an incredible meditation. It's not really a meditation. It's just something I listen to with my earphones in at night. And I never watch TV, by the way. I can't even begin to tell you anything I watch other than really good feel-good movies, which I'll share some with you. So listen to this every night. Again, 5 minutes is enough. There's going to be so many videos that I'm going to be giving to you guys. So it's like, but some of them are 10 minutes, some of them are 5 minutes. You can slot all those in. Again, you won't miss anything. And if you write everything down, and don't worry that you can't ever get anything wrong. You can't ever get anything wrong. You got to do what feels right for you. So the heart is all about healing. And, I think we probably will be spending about 3-4 days. Yeah, 4 days. I'm going to say 4 days on the heart. A big one I'm going to say to deal with, I would say, for most people. And because it is that bridge that gaps the lowers and the highers as well. So we will spend a lot of time in there. Oh my gosh. The next one, the throat chakra, develops when we're 28 to 35 and we actually start to speak up. But I tell you, I've struggled with that. You probably wouldn't think it. Especially if you watch me on TV as well, on Gems TV, you wouldn't think that I'd have a problem with that. And it's not about public speaking in that way. It's more about, because I'm not worried about that, as you could tell, but more about speaking your truth. For example, if someone says, oh, come on, let's all go out tonight, and you really don't want to go. but you're too frightened to upset someone because you're more worried about what they think than actually what is right for you. So speaking your truth is a big one for the throat chakra. And again, I'm going to say most of us at some stage in our life has probably had problems doing that. Yeah, news. Yeah, I don't want to hear the news. And people say, well, aren't you burying your head in the sand? Well, I don't care. Yes, if that means that I'm going to vibrate higher, then yeah, I'm going to bury my head in the sand, because if I need to know something, sure as heck, I'm going to find it out, Yeah, you don't want to rock the boat. But that's the thing. By not rocking someone else's boat, guess whose boat you're rocking? Yours. And yours is the most important boat. Again, you'll hear Abraham Hicks say, isn't that being selfish? Damn yeah. You want to be selfish because it's about you. It's about your vibration. Only you are in control of your vibration. So yes, being selfish is not about not being compassionate for someone else. It's not that. It's about taking control and ownership of your vibration. So yeah, a big one about rocking the boat. I'm with you on that. People pleaser, yeah, same thing. Same thing. And at the end of the day, it's got nothing to do with anyone else, is it? They've got their own journey. They've got their own journey, and it doesn't mean to say you can't be a healing person, because I'm going to say everyone that's in this group, you're probably all empaths like I am. You've got big compassionate hearts. It doesn't mean to say that you can't do that. It just means that you've got to be putting yourself first, yeah, as far as your vibration level, because nothing is more important than you feel good. Yeah, because when you feel good, then you can help someone else. We spoke about this yesterday. You can't possibly begin to energetically bring someone up to your level if you're not at that level. So that's a good point, actually, rocking the boat. Please remind me of that again. You're being blunt. No, well, this is it. You've got to speak honestly. And I think people would rather you speak in your truth, surely, wouldn't they, than be fed BS. And I think that's what it is. Yeah. And I think, burying your feelings, Lisa, that's a big thing, because again, the only person that's been hurt is you, because, the other person, you'll probably find that the other person, really doesn't give a damn, a crap. And you're left like, empty and trying to do the right thing by someone else. And it's like, whoa, no, this is what this group is all about, taking control, ownership. You matter. It's all about you, your vibration. And then you can help someone else. Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't get me started about politics. We had a vote the other day. In Australia, it's mandatory, compulsory. And if we don't vote in Australia, we get fined, And I went to vote the other day, and I hadn't got my glasses. So it's like, oh, okay then, yep. Don't tell anyone I said that. Yeah. Again, judging others, it's not about judging others. It's like, we really can't judge anyone else. All we can judge, and we're not even judge ourselves, but all we can be responsible for, I guess, is ourselves, because everybody else is on their own journey, aren't they? Everyone else is evolving. And this is the thing when we're talking about spirituality as well, is that everyone else is on their own level, and everyone's at a different pace of journey. And when you start to, and this is what I love, when you start to open yourself up to, spirituality, you're going to pick a mile off someone, first of all, that's on the same path, and you can feel it. But more importantly, you can pick a mile off someone that's just, living in firmly planted, what we would call in the 3D. Yeah, you'll start to really feel that. You can only control your own stuff. Yeah, you can. And I think that's what's so good about working with chakras, is that, when you do feel aligned and you do feel vibrationally high, it's like having a high, it doesn't really matter what's going on around you. And it doesn't mean to say that you don't care. Of course you care. It doesn't mean to say that you wouldn't like things to be different, but it's just whatever the life is being thrown at you, it's been able to cope with it with your own coping mechanism. And we can do that through our chakras. So the throat chakra, blue, starts to work up through the colors of the rainbow. So we're moving into the blue spectrum now. So we've gone out those really intense frequencies, and we're moving into the lighter ones. You can just feel it, can't you? Moving from that dark, deep, heavy red as we start to move up into the beautiful blues. Now this is a beautiful image. I just absolutely love these. They have so many petals of the lotus leaf. It's also got, it's been represented by the moon as well. So again, I'll share all these beautiful symbols. If you are one of the Gemporia customers and you do have one of the, do you remember the necklace I made? I think it's about 3 years ago, the pendants. You might want to start wear those as well as we work through the chakras as well, because those images are specifically what we're talking about. The element is the ether. It's going to be sky. And again, this is all about communication. It's all about your communication, but it's also communication with yourself. Yeah. So it's not just communication with somebody else, a third party, it's communication with self. And what I love about this, when I'm working on my throat chakra and I've got my candle burning in the house, woo, you should see what it does to my kids in the house in a good way. In a good way. Oh, you're wearing it now. Brilliant. Brilliant. Someone did ask me the other day, am I bringing back, do you remember the little balls? Do you remember the pendant with the interchangeable gemstone balls? I think I might start looking at bringing those back again next year. Someone said they lost theirs. But yeah, I will be hopefully bringing those back. Yeah, do you know what, Vera, do you need these people in your life, but surround yourself with the ones that do? But do you know what, this is the thing, and I love this about Esther Hicks, when they say, look, you can, if you don't like a situation in your life, then just leave the situation. But then Abraham goes on to say, but then you're going to have to probably leave the city. And then, oh, hang on a minute, you might have to then leave the country, and then you're going to have to leave the continent. And then you might have to just leave the planet. In other words, you can't run away from things that displease us. We've got to be able to be in a space where we can live, side by side with those people or situations. And again, I'm going to use that rock your boat. It's not going to rock your boat. Yep, lapis lazuli is a great gemstone for that. Awesome. Communication, expression develops between the ages of 28 and 35. Moving into the third eye. Oh my gosh. Now this is when we really start moving into our higher chakras. This is when we work on intuition. And I asked you earlier about what gemstones in my hand. This is all tapping into your knowing. So everyone has the ability, psychic abilities. We all have it because that's who we are. We are all connected to the divine. But what happens is we all don't open our talents to that. There's lots of readers out there, tarot readers or spirit mediums or that can tune in and can channel. That's why I like working with angels. I like to listen to angel messages, and that all comes through intuition. And that's all through the third eye opening. Sounds really scary. It's really not. It's really not scary. But it really is just letting go and tapping into intuition. I'm going to say everyone probably has intuition every single day and we don't follow it. For example, I left my wallet in the car today. And I locked the car and I walking into the house, and it's the little voice in your head that says, go and get your wallet. Go and get your wallet. I heard my voice say, go and get your wallet. And I thought, nah, it'd be all right. It's all right. Came into the office, came into the studio, and I was buying something online, as you do. Where's my wallet? Oh, I then had to go out, put my shoes on, go all the way to the car. You know what I'm saying? So my intuition knew, oh, she's going to need a wallet later. Let's just give her a nudge and tell her. Even little things like that, pay attention. Pay attention to that instinct, if you like. It's that initial instinct of intuition. And that's what comes into play when we meet someone for the first time. You're going to know, you're going to pick up on someone's energies, whether it's someone that you're going to gel with or not. You're probably going to know instantly, and it's your intuition. And that all comes from the third eye. Blocked by illusions. Its Sanskrit name is the Ajna. That's how I pronounce it. And it's a beautiful image of an eye. Dun, 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 you heard it first. I've got a piece of jewelry that I've been developing for a year, and it's the beautiful eye. It will be coming up. It's really late, because of COVID and stuff. I'm getting a little bit cranky. Lots of product is late, but that's coming up. So I will put that on my Facebook page. It's a beautiful amethyst. It's about yay big, and it's an eye, and it's got like a big stone in the middle and all little stones on the outside. So excited about that. So that's the intuition. Of course, it's located right here, and it opens us up to our imagination. It opens up, starting now to really get connected to the divine, really start to channel ourselves as well, that we can get messages more clearly. If you are someone that wants to connect to angels, you'll get those messages a lot more clearly. So as we start to get into the higher chakras, we'll probably only spend a couple of days on each. Resonates, of course, with blue, so we're moving into that spectrum, but indigo, so more of an indigo blue. The angel wing statue, I've got the ones that I developed 2 years ago. They wouldn't send me the new one. Sometimes they don't send me the new one. Esther is funny. She is funny. She has been absolutely hysterical. Isn't it great? Honestly, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Esther Hicks, please check out some of her videos. So good. No, it doesn't. What religion you're from, summoning angels, no. Does not matter what denomination you are from at all. No, we've all got guardian angels. So you can call on your guardian angels, your spirit guides, or you could call on the archangels. So you can do either. And no, it doesn't matter what religion you follow. Yeah, well, what we'll do actually, guys, when we work through all the chakras, we will probably about day 29 talk about angels specifically on how to connect to angels. We'll do that. 3 sets on the wings. Yeah, I got the angel wings. I got the wings. So excited. So excited. Oh, I tell you what's coming as well. Next year, some new guardian angel candles, but with beautiful white jade. So excited. Because different angels, we digress, but I will get back on track. Different angels resonate as well with different gemstones. We're going to start talking about that next year on Gems TV. Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm so excited. So we're moving from the third eye, dun, 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 up to the crown chakra. And as you can imagine, it's on the crown of the head. Now, this is where we really start to open up to the divine. The element, as you can imagine, is space to infinity and beyond. It's blocked by ego. So this is when we are completely out of the body, so to speak, in the sense of, ego's all very much 3D based, yeah? And we're starting to talk about getting into that 5th dimension. So top of the head, and it's all about higher consciousness. and develops really between the ages of 42 to 49. Not to say that if you're not that age, then you can't connect to higher consciousness. Not at all. I'm 53, so I'm happy. I'm happy about that in that regard. But no, joking aside, it really starts to develop at that stage. I guess what it means by that is that you start to, I think that's the age when we get to and we start to think, well, what else is there, Not just this 3D. There must be something that we're connected to from a higher realm. That's what it means. So we're working on our spirituality. That's when we start to move into that. Oh, wow. Claire, two spirit guides. Wow. Yeah, so according to Doreen Virtue, that's the book that I do mention on Gems TV a lot about connecting with angels. And she says most people have a minimum of two guardian angels. Yeah, again, we'll talk about connecting to angels and the best way to do it. You're 53 too. Yeah, get that book. Yeah, get that book. I don't know. I look a right hot mess today. I'm feeling 52 today. It's been a big week, but I love it. I wouldn't do anything other. I love it. Again, my and I love that about my kids too. That they've grown up with it. This is what they've got. This is what they got. Not a mom that wants to sit and watch the telly. Unless it's a really good movie. Have you ever watched the movie called I Feel Pretty? Oh my gosh, it's such a good movie. Self-worth. Tell you what, when we're working on the solar plexus, maybe that could be your homework one night. Watch that movie. Boom, I tell you, so good. So good. Yeah, this is the thing, about angels as well. I think what you have to look at with channeling angels, it's what's right for you and what messages to come in for you. I feel I have two angels. I know I have two angels. Then the names have been revealed to me. And it's the same thing with everything in life, Cherie. It's about what resonates with you, because when she first wrote that book, and that's her very first one all those years ago, and that's a practice that everyone follows. That's what I've stayed with. People then revisit things, version 2, version 3, version 4, or whatever. But I think whatever resonates is what works for you, and that's what you have to stick to. Because when there is a lot of information out there, who's right, who's wrong, this is the thing. Whatever resonates with you is always got to be the way. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Claire. Yeah, the angels are always with us, always with us. And when we work on each of the chakras as well, I always like to ask the angels to be present, and I will be doing that. When we work on each of the chakras, the root through to the crown, I will be doing some meditations with you. I'll be doing a vocal meditation, and I will be asking the angels to join us in those. And quite easy to do it. You've heard me invoke Archangel Michael quite quickly, but yeah, really, really easy thing to do. But just opening your heart and holding that space. I think that's what's key. Holding the space, which what you guys are doing here as well for everyone else. Your mum is your guardian angel. Do you know, that's gorgeous. And also, earth angels too. If you are a Gems TV follower, beautiful Ling Jinx. Oh, love her so much. When you see us on screen together, it's all real. We are all really close friends. And in particular, Lynn Jinx and I've known her for years, and she wouldn't mind me saying this because she says it live on air anyway. She struggled having a baby, and you know, her heart is just massive, massive, incredible lady. And I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah, talking about angels, she's like me. She loves working with her angels. She loves rose quartz. She has it with her all the time. So it's and that's what I love about, you know, being on Gems TV. You know, 4 years ago, not many of the presenters were open to talking about healing and open to talking about gemstones. So if you ever saw any of my first shows, like 4 years ago on TV, yeah, it was quite challenging for me, because that's what I believe and I love. And I was like, rare, you know, and like, you know, my co-presenters are like looking at me like, okay, right. But now, you know, I mean, even Vicky Carr, you know, if you know Vicky Carr, presenter, she's right open to everything now. And that's fantastic. And Adina too. All right. So tomorrow, gosh, it's been an hour already. I could sit here all day with you guys. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go. Yeah, Lynn is lovely. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Daniela, yeah, exactly. Yeah, her journey was, oh gosh, oh yeah. And what a beautiful little girl she's got. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, all the presenters are fantastic there. But yeah, Lynn, just, and my beautiful mate, my best mate, Alice. Oh, the journey that Alice has been on with her law of attraction, I have to say, oh my gosh. Yeah, loving it. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap up. I will be putting on Facebook a couple of little things maybe that you want to have a look at. But today, can you collect for me if you are, I don't think I've got any men here, which is unusual. We do in our group, but if you have got some red nail polish, please paint your toenails red. All right, if you've got some, or wear red socks for the next 4 days. Wear red socks. If you've got red underpants, wear your red knickers. Anything around the area, the Muladhara, so our root chakra, when you're sitting down, if you've got a red blanket, sit on the red blanket. So you know where I'm going with this, yeah? So anything red now for the next 4 days. Please surround yourself with red. Okie dokie. Get your red candles. If you do have the Gem Auras candles, fantastic. If you don't, there will be a link below the video on replay. I think there's some left on Gems TV. I think there are. I think there's a handful, not many. But if you don't have any, it doesn't matter. Just get yourself a red candle. Bring your pen, bring your paper, bring your cup of tea, and bring your beautiful big hearts. Okay, and we are going to dive straight in tomorrow, and yeah, get ready for it. So same time, same place, 10 a.m. I will be on air on Gems TV tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Sherilyn, and I'm going to be on with my best mate Ellis. Oh, yeah, at 11 a.m. So you're going to be seeing me quite a lot if you are going to be watching Gems TV as well tomorrow. So big hugs, everybody. I'm going to sign off, and I will see you tomorrow. Can't wait. Tomorrow, let's get cracking. We are straight on to the root chakra. Can't wait, everyone. See you then.